Hello, good morning, and happy 4th of July to you all.
Happy 4th.
Welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information comes from the Smart Device application, Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and on the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am A.O. Xander.
Golden Loon.
I thought you were going to go with a machete.
That would be Meat Cleaver.
Oh.
Machete?
Beaver Cleaver, not Betty Machete. Okay, I get it.
Betty Machete?
Actually, that's how I knew a former friend's name. Her name was Betty. And then, you correspondence in order to memorize, better. I knew Brooke, called her Babbling Brooke. Then we had Betty Machete, Anyway, today is Moon's Day, also known as Monday, 4th of July, July 4th, 2022. Starting us off in the year of 1187, the Battle of Hittin, Tiberius, Saladin defeated Reynold of Chatillon.
No idea what that is.
No clue either. 1534, Christian III was elected King of Denmark and Norway in the town of Rye. That sounds kind of bready.
Probably where bread came from.
Yeah, rye bread.
Not the rock root bread either.
There was a rock root called bread?
God. You youngins. What the heck?
Are you trolling me or are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh, wow.
You've never heard of bread?
No. I mean, I've heard of toast, but...
English muffin, perhaps. It's an English group.
Okay. Bread goes in, toast comes out. Can't explain that. That's old, was that Tucker Carlson? No, that was Bill O'Reilly.
For what?
Like explaining something, and he just used a really bad analogy, and it became a meme for a while.
I have no idea.
Anyway, 1610, the Battle of Klushino occurred, in which King Sigmund III's Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth Army defeated Russia and Sweden. Dang. Yeah, a lot of these countries were on par with each other, and something I didn't, really know is that the concept of standing armies was not really a thing back in those days.
Really?
Yeah,
so
because...
you just called the forces together.
Yeah, well, mostly armies were just conscripted peasants.
Yeah.
Just hey, I have all these people on my land who work the farm, let me arm them with some swords and shit, because, being a knight was expensive. They had to buy their own armor and everything, so those were reserved to noblemen and everything, but when you talk about, the average, normal foot soldier of, these armies, they're just peasants.
Well, back in the colonies, that's how they formed their armies.
Yeah, well, that's why
actually, they were called militias, not armies.
Yeah, but that's probably why in the movie The Patriot, Cornwallis is like, oh, an army of rabble and peasants,
Yeah.
But no, I mean, because think about it, standing armies are expensive.
Yeah.
You gotta house them, you gotta feed them, you gotta train them. Probably you're paying them, and but how do you pay them? They're the source of your income.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So, yeah. Anyway, 1708, the Battle of Holokzion, Swedish King...
Come ahead again, please.
Holokzion. You try it better.
No, I'll take your version. I like it better.
Swedish King Charles XII defeated superior Russian force in a surprising victory. Oh, this is not good. At 1754, George Washington gave Fort Necessity to France. Wow, so on the birth date of our nation, the founding father of this country surrendered before it happened.
We talked about that yesterday, right?
Well, he surrendered to the French yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so he surrendered, so he surrendered to the French, and then he gave Fort Necessity to France. Well, I guess it wasn't much of a necessity then. So... Anyway, 1776, according to popular legend, the Liberty Bell rung for the Second Continental Congress.
Before the crack?
I think it's after the crack, because the crack formed first ring. 1776 as well, the U.S. Congress proclaimed the Declaration of Independence and independence from Great Britain. Yep.
On this day, huh?
On this day. Okay, so yeah, it's when the declaration, not the actual document, but the verbal, and written declaration, of the action. So that's how they base the birthday off of, not the actual creation of the document itself.
It's a declaration.
So, okay. Oh, declaration. We declare. Mm-hmm. We the people, in order to form a more perfect union. In 1782, William Petty became Prime Minister of Great Britain following the death of Charles Watson Wentworth. 1785, James Hutton, a geologist, publicly read an abstract of his theory of uniformitarianism for the first time at the meeting of the Royal Society of Edinburgh. What the hell is this? I have no clue. Let me look that up here real quick. The theory that changes in the Earth's crust during geological history have resulted from the action of continuous and uniform processes. So tectonic movement.
Okay.
Alright. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Gotta add this into the underbar. Yeah, that's a huge scientific, thing right there, Because the Earth is alive. It's constantly moving,
Of course.
1803, there we go. 1803, the Louisiana Purchase was announced to the American people by President Thomas Jefferson. And you remember the size of the Louisiana Purchase? It was ridiculous.
Yeah, huge.
It's funny, it starts off as Louisiana, and then it's just like, woof. See? Here's Louisiana. It's not even all Louisiana. You just have this little boot, and then it's just like...
I didn't realize it went all the way up into Canada.
Yeah, no. It went all the way up into Canada, so we gave away some of our land to Canada. To do this line here.
Yeah. There's
like some treaty or something that we did. So, but at one point, this was part of the U.S. Interesting. Yeah, Louisiana, it's British territory, Spanish territory. Yeah, okay, so... Because this was French, so you had Britain, Spanish, and French. They're all colonizing America, colonized South America, Africa, India. All those three guys just going everywhere.
And in Eastern Canada, they still think they're French.
Now you want to know why Napoleon? And it was Napoleon Bonaparte, who sold us the Louisiana Purchase.
Really?
To fund his wars.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Napoleon.
And plus, there's no feasible reason to even have, this land because he's a whole sea away.
Yeah.
And he really didn't have any troops out here. So if he hadn't given it to us or something, Spain or Britain, who did have people here, could just take it.
Yeah.
So.
But he should have used the philosophy buy and hold. Quite valuable today.
Well. I think today would be a lot different had that been different. So, Anyway, 1819, William Herschel made the last telescopic observation of 1819 comets. Okay. 1826, past presidents Thomas Jefferson and John Adams both died on the 50th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence.
Really?
Whoa, that's weird.
That is weird. I had no idea.
Yeah, wow, what the hell? President John Quincy Adams called visible and palpable remarks of divine favor. So God took them. Like they got raptured, apparently. Wow, so that's interesting. Yeah, I can't think of a better day to die as an American, though,
Well, especially when you've been a president.
Yeah. 1845, Henry David Thoreau moved into his shack on Walden Pond. I remember reading about that. He was isolated and everything, and that's where he got a lot of his ideas and things like that. Interesting. 1855, in Brooklyn, New York, the first edition of Walt Whitman's book of poems, Leaves of Grass, was published. 1862, Charles Dodgson Lewis Carroll created Alice in Wonderland for Alice Liddell on a family boat trip on the River Isis, or the Thames, in Oxford. 1863, General Lee's army withdrew from Gettysburg. During the Civil War. 1881, Booker T. Washington established Tuskegee Institute in Alabama. Cool.
Wasn't Booker T a blues singer?
Booker T. Washington.
Not Washington, but Booker T.
Booker T.
Just character.
Let's see here. Booker T. Wrestler.
No, that wasn't what I was thinking.
Booker T. You said blues?
Yeah.
Booker T. Jones.
Okay.
Booker T. Jones?
Yeah.
Like.
I just remember the Booker T party went by Booker T, I believe.
Okay. Well, this might be him.
Yeah.
Green onions, time is right, everything is everything.
Yeah, okay.
The road from Memphis, potato hole. I
love the old blues.
1884, the Statue of Liberty was presented to the U.S. in Paris.
Yep.
So, yep. Interestingly enough, though, the Statue of Liberty, it was actually like, it was like more of a throwaway gift from France because that was actually supposed to be exhibited with the Eiffel Tower.
Oh.
Yeah.
And why wasn't it?
Because for whatever reason, like I think it's because he didn't have it finished by the World's Fair.
Oh. Okay.
But like the inner scaffolding.
Yeah.
Who designed it?
I don't know.
Eiffel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Eiffel designed the inner scaffolding of the Statue of Liberty, and then I'm not sure if it was Eiffel as well, or if it was like an artist who then put the statue around it.
Right.
Anyway, 1887, future founder of Pakistan, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, began his studies at Sindhi Madrasatul Islam University in Karachi. 1901, William Howard Taft, our largest president, a former federal judge, was installed as first Governor General of the Philippines and declared amnesty for all insurgents who take an oath of allegiance. Basically forgiving if they, ally themselves with us.
Yeah.
Interesting. 1902, civil government it was established in the Philippines by a proclamation from U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt, who offered a general amnesty to insurgents. Well, here we go again. Taft and Roosevelt both were giving them amnesty, just 1 year apart, on the same day. That's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah. This is why I love history.
It can't be a coincidence. That had to be planned.
Yeah, well, like usually, they...
Yeah.
Especially because like this is involving like Philippines as well, so maybe it's just like, hey, remember what we did last year? Well, hey, check it guess again, like round 2. 1905, Baseball Hall of Fame pitchers Rube Wendell of the A's and Cy Young of Boston match up in a 20-inning classic, Philadelphia winning 4-2.
Here we go again, 20 innings. Jeez.
Yeah. No, yeah. You were telling me the other day, like they there's like a law against that now or something.
No, there's no law. They just they go by pitch count, and you're done at so many pitches, usually around the 6th or 7th inning. That's why virtually impossible for anybody to throw a perfect game anymore, because you have to go with the whole 9 innings.
Oh God, yeah.
And that was done all the time in the Sandy Koufax era, and Drysdale era.
Yeah. Moving on up into 1907, Canadian World Heavyweight Boxing Champion Tommy Burns knocks out Bill Squires of Australia in round 1 in Colma, California, his 6th title defense. Dang. Well, I don't want to be the 7th. This guy has a streak that I don't think I can break. 1907 as well, Wimbledon's men's tennis, Australian Norman Brooks became the first non-Englishman and left-hander to win Wimbledon, beating Arthur Gore 6-4, 6-2, 6-2.
So I wonder if he's the first left-hander also.
Let's look that up. First at Wimbledon,
Yeah.
First left-handed Wimbledon. Let's see here. Sir Norman Everett Brooks. And this was him.
Yeah.
Norman Brooks. Okay, so yeah.
So they're right. First non-English and first lefty. Okay, I think they threw the lefty in there.
Yeah. And left-hander. So I think the first non-Englishman and left-hander.
Yeah.
So, first left-hander. So yeah. English is confusing sometimes.
Yeah.
1910, the fight of the century, Jack Johnson defeated James J. Jeffries by technical knockout in 15 in Reno, Nevada to retain his world heavyweight boxing title. Yep. 1911, Chicago White Sox pitcher Ed Walsh halted Ty Cobb's 40-game hitting streak as Cobb went 0 for 4 in a 7-3 win over the Detroit Tigers at Bennett Park.
Well, that's incredible.
That's an interesting ball cap. I mean,
that's pretty old.
I know, but it's interesting, to see how clothes evolve, throughout the times.
Look at the uniforms too.
Yeah, it's just it's just really interesting how caps and hats used to look. 1917, troops of the Russian Provisional Government opened fire on protesters in Petrograd during the July days of unrest. Russia.
Yeah.
Yep.
Red October.
Red October. Oh, isn't there a movie named that? Yeah. Sean Connery. 1918, Ottoman Sultan Mehmed VI ascended to the throne. 1919, in the year
1919,
Jack Dempsey defeated champion Jess Willard, retired in third round in Toledo, Ohio for World Heavyweight Championship. 1927, Sukarno and friends from the pro-Indonesian Independence Party, the PNI, Perserikatan Nasional Indonesia in Batavia, Dutch East Indies. I want a fez. I'm sitting here talking about hats. I'm just thinking about how this used to actually be a style.
Yeah.
And then he has a fez. I mean, I've always wanted a fez. You know how I am with hats.
Didn't you have one at one time?
No, I've never had a fez.
Okay.
No. Moving on up into 1930, during the Wimbledon women's tennis, Helen Moody won her 4th straight Wimbledon singles, beating fellow American or U.S. Elizabeth Ryan 6-2, 6-2. 2 years later, in 1932, Don Bradman scored a North American record at 260 versus Western Ontario in Guelph during Australian cricket team's Goodwill Tour of North America. Guelph, what a name! It sounds like like if you spell the noise of throwing up, Guelph, it's like how do you spell bleh, Guelph. It's kind of like squab.
Place to go puke. Is that what you're telling me?
1934. No offense to anybody in Guelph. Just like
Don't
you're in an unfortunate area. Move.
But change your name, please.
Yeah. 1934. By the way, did you know there's a town called Swastika in Canada?
No.
Yeah, straight up just swastika. What the hell? 1934, Hungarian physicist Leo Szilard patented the chain reaction design for the atomic bomb. Oh shit. Man. 1934. Jeez. 5 years later, 1939, Lou Gehrig was the first MLB player to have his number, the 4, retired on his Appreciation Day at Yankee Stadium, making the iconic luckiest man speech. I am the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
You forgot the echoing. I.
Yeah. 1941, Howard Florey and Norman Heatley met for the first time. 11 days later, they successfully recreated penicillin. Damn. So yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
Big thank you to this guy.
Yeah, I think I told you, I talked about this earlier. I think on the show, actually. I'm not sure if I talked to you about this, but penicillin, it had played a huge part in the Normandy invasion. Because all the people who got shot and all the wounded and everything, they had penicillin, and it was World War II that really made penicillin important.
Yeah.
Because, we had it, but it didn't really, it's the wonder drug, but it didn't really catch on. It didn't gain significance really until after World War II.
Well, they really saw what it could do.
Yeah.
Saved a lot of people's lives.
Yeah, hundreds of thousands of people on Normandy alone.
Yeah.
So, 1942, siege of Sevastopol ended with the surrender of Soviet forces and after a massive German bombing raid that left just 11 city buildings undamaged. Jesus. A whole city, just 11 buildings left.
Pretty sad.
Crazy. And you want to know something more crazy? Like all those bombings, stuff, during World War II, all those, we dropped more munitions in Vietnam. We dropped more munitions in Vietnam than all the bombs that were used in the entirety of World War II.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah. So, you think about all the devastation all across Europe. We did more than that in Vietnam. And we still lost. Pathetic. 1944, first Japanese kamikaze attack on the U.S. fleet near Iwo Jima. Whoa, that's interesting. Dang. 1946, President Manuel Roxas was inaugurated as the 5th president of the Philippines and the 1st president of the Third Republic at the Independence Grandstand in Manila.
Okay.
365 days later, in 1947, during Wimbledon's men's tennis, Jack Kramer won his only Wimbledon singles title, beating fellow U.S. Tom Brown 6-1, 6-3, and 6-2. Well, that's interesting.
At least he got one. Yeah. What's that?
6-6-6, 1-3-2. 1-2-3, 6-6-6. It's kind of like a consecutive pattern that's going on.
You got to, unless you have less than 2 wins, you win the set in 6.
Well, no, I'm just saying that
you're always going to have the 6 there unless it's 7-5 or something like that.
Okay. All right. 1953, Wimbledon's women's tennis, Maureen Connolly won her 3rd leg of her Grand Slam, beating fellow U.S. Doris Hart 8-6 and 7-5. 1958, Wimbledon's men's tennis. Oh, God, it's going to be a Wimbledon day again.
It looks like it. We've headed that direction.
In an all-Australian final, Ashley Cooper won his only Wimbledon singles title, beating Neil Fraser 3-6, 6-3, 6-4, 13-11. 1959, Wimbledon's women's tennis. Maria Bueno of Brazil won her first of 3 Wimbledon singles titles, beating Darlene Hard 6-4, 6-3. Well, just with that name, she sounds like a difficult player to go against. Hard level. So, yeah. 1960, LPGA Championship Women's Golf at the Sheraton Hotel Country Club. Mickey Wright won by 3 from Louis Suggs. I'm learning all these names. Suggs.
Boy, this has been a sports thing for a while.
Yeah. But every time I see the name Suggs, the first thing my mind goes to is like a soapy sponge. It's all suggy, It's
I go to kind of sucky. Oh, that guy's sucky. Oh, there's the man.
1960, Yankees outfielder Mickey Mantle hit 3-run homer versus Washington, 18th MLB player to hit 300 home runs.
Lifetime. Yeah.
All right. 1966, Beatles attacked in the Philippines after unintentionally insulting Emila Marcos. Oh, wow. So they accidentally...
The shoe lady.
Oh, okay. But then they were assaulted.
Yeah, I guess they didn't appreciate the... whatever they said.
Did they throw shoes at her? at them like they did to George Bush?
Yeah. That's the greatest thing where he just ducks and keeps going.
He's so confused. He's like,
is that your best shot? That's what he looked like.
Is this really happening? Are you seriously throwing a shoe at me? What the hell's wrong with you? 1966 as well, Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Freedom of Information Act.
He really escalated Vietnam.
Yeah. Well, is it a little wonder, that Lyndon B. Johnson had aspirations for the presidency, and then John F. Kennedy just somehow gets offed, and he had a hand in it.
Oh, come on, that's a story.
I don't know, Dad. I don't know.
That's the point. You don't know.
Well, I don't know either way, and things just play out. You see, you're never going to get the puzzle. You'll never get all the pieces. You just got to put things together in the most logical way possible. Sometimes it's wrong, sometimes it's right. But if the past 2 years have taught me anything, and it's not even really a joke, the difference between a conspiracy theory and the truth is about 6 months. So, 1969, 140,000 attended Atlanta Pop Festival featuring Led Zepp and Janis Joplin. Led Zeppelin? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, why they just Zepp it?
What do you mean?
They're like abbreviating their names and everything. Why not just spell Led Zeppelin? Why Led Zepp?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why are they trying to conserve room for?
Just before lunch, you want to get out and have his lunch, so he zipped it out.
Yeah.
Or zip it, so to speak.
1969 as well, Wimbledon women's tennis home favorite Alan Jones upsetted 3-time defending champion Billie Jean King 3-6, 6-3, and 6-2. Moving on up into 1970, during Wimbledon's men's tennis, in an all-Australian thriller, John Newcombe beat Ken Rosewell 5-7. 5-7. Did they screw up a hyphen?
No. He lost the first set.
5 and then 7. No, because all these other ones have hyphens.
Yeah, well, they left the hyphen out.
Okay, so
it's got a comma or something.
So it's
right?
5-7.
He lost the first one.
Okay,
won
so
the second one.
5-7, 6-3, 6-2, 3-6, 6-1.
So he won it. He won it 3-2.
Yeah. No, I was just confused because this is the wrong mark.
Yeah.
So punctuation is key, people. 1970 as well. Casey Kasem's American Top 40 debuted on the LA radio.
Oh yeah, I remember Casey Kasem.
Yeah.
He goes back farther than that.
Yeah. But, here's a haunting name. 1975, Ted Bundy. Victim Nancy Baird disappeared from Layton, Utah. Uh-oh. Oh, Jesus. 1980, Nolan Ryan of the Houston Astros fans the Red Caesar Geronimo to become fourth pitcher for 3,000 MLB strikeouts. Dang. 1980 as well, Wimbledon's women's tennis, Australian Yvonne Goolagong. It's like a gong made of goo. Goolagong, you know. Anyway, they defeated Chris Evert 6-1 and 7-3 for her third Wimbledon singles crown. 1 year later, in 1981, Wimbledon's men's tennis, John McEnroe ended Bjorn Borg's streak of 5 straight Wimbledon titles with a famous 4-6, 7-6, 7-6, 6-4 victory for Bjorg. 365 days later, in 1982, here you go again, in Canada, Open Women's Golf, Peter Jackson Classic at the St. George's Country Club. Sandra Haney won by 1 shot from Beth Daniel. Dang.
Amazing it didn't get rained out or something. They always get rain.
1982 as well. Wimbledon men's tennis in an all-U.S. Classic final. Jimmy Connors defeated John McEnroe 3-6, 6-3, 6-7, 7-6, 6-4 for his second and final Wimbledon title. I'm getting really tired of saying Wimbledon and title.
Yeah.
1983, New York Yankee pitcher Dave Righetti no-hits the Boston Red Sox 4-0 at Yankee Stadium. Yeah, that's the face I make too. Not bad. Actually, pretty damn good. Moving on up into 1984, New York Yankees pitcher Phil Niekro, that's a bad name, struck out Larry Parrish of the Texas Rangers to become the 9th player to reach the 3,000 MLB strikeout milestone. Cool. Last one before double digits. 1986, Farm Aid 2 benefit concert held in Manor, Texas. Performers included Willie Nelson, John Mellencamp, Neil Young, Waylon Jennings, Bob Dylan, The Beach Boys, Nicolette Larson, Los Lobos, and Steve Earle.
Great ones in there,
yeah.
I tell you.
I recognize a lot of those names.
Yeah.
This guy here basically is a male Karen. Remember he was getting all pissed off. He's like, oh, I'm going to pull my stuff from Spotify if you don't ban him or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was,
as if he's relevant anymore. Neil Young.
Well, he is relevant, but I mean...
well, he thought he had more pull. Yeah, he was going against Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who has 1 million plus or whatever it is subscribed. They're not going to listen to him.
What a lunatic.
He really... pull his songs, not allow him to be played on his, on his deal.
Yeah. It's like, bro, you want to disagree with him, fine, but you're just shooting yourself
Still
in the
love
foot.
his music, though.
Yeah. But yeah, no, anyway. Moving up into 1987, Wimbledon women's tennis. Martina Navratilova earned 8th Wimbledon singles with a match or title with a 7-5, 6-3 win over Steffi Graf. Wow, I just had a muffin, mental. Blah, my brain. 1987 as well, Nazi Klaus Barbie. Hey, we know about Barbie, the Barbie Museum.
Yeah.
From Rat Race. Let's go to the Barbie Museum.
Rat Race, right?
Yeah. And they were all Jews, and there's just a look of horror on his face. Yeah. And then they ended up stealing his Mercedes-Benz. The Butcher of Lyon was sentenced to life imprisonment in France. Good. So, yeah. 1988, Wimbledon men's tennis. Stefan Edberg of Sweden won the first of 2 Wimbledon singles titles, beating Boris Becker.
Yeah.
I went to Boris Bjorn.
Okay.
I see BB, but I don't have little dots over the J.
This is Boris Becker.
Boris Becker, 4-6, 7-6, 6-4, 6-2 in a rain-affected final. You're right, they do always have rain. 1988, after a poor start to the season, Kansas City Royals released Quisenberry, a record 5-time Al saves leader.
American League.
Oh, yeah, American League. Okay.
Saves leader. In other words, he is probably a closer. He comes in the 8th or 9th inning, most likely the 9th, and closes the game. They call it a saver, but now they call it a closer.
1989, 14-year-old actress Drew Barrymore attempted suicide.
Whoa.
Damn, I did not know that.
Not either.
That shouldn't even be reported, but yeah, really, like, you know, that's her personal shit. Why?
That's not right. That's just not right.
1992, Wimbledon women's tennis. Steffi Graf won her 4th of 7 Wimbledon singles titles, outclassing Monica Seles 6-2, 6-1. 1993, Wimbledon's men's tennis. Pete Sampras defeated fellow U.S. Jim Courier 7-6, 7-6, 3-6, 6-3 for his first of 7 Wimbledon titles.
Yeah, he won a bunch.
7. There we go. Not 8. 7. I try to have like my fingers, you know, do Roman numerals.
You have 5 on one hand?
I had 4. I was trying to do 4 and 3.
Okay, because it looked like you had 5 and 3 and call it a 7.
No, that's 8.
Yeah, kind of got that. I wasn't going. What's
No, I was doing 4 and 4, so which is also 8. 1998 Wimbledon women's tennis. Czech Jana Novotná defeated Nathalie Tauziat of France 6-4 and 7-6 for her first and only Grand Slam singles title. Man, you know,
with Wimbledon.
like, yeah. Well, here we go. 1999, South Korean defending champion Si Pak won the most crowded playoff in LPGA history, 6, and the Jamie Farr Kroger Classic. Does that mean only 6 people were in the audience?
No.
Woo, golf, yeah. You're gonna say something?
No. I wasn't.
2003, LA Lakers baseball star Kobe Bryant, the Mamba.
Wait. Baseball star?
Basketball.
Thank you. Make it correct, please.
I told you I'm muffining today. Like, okay, let me retry this again. 2003, LA Lakers basketball star Kobe Bryant, the Mamba, was arrested in Eagle, Colorado for sexual assault. Charges were eventually dismissed.
Oh, yeah. He had him in a sling there for a while. He was in trouble.
Yeah. 1 year later, in 2004, during Wimbledon's men's tennis, here we go again, Roger Federer won the second of 5 straight Wimbledon singles titles, beating U.S. Andy Roddick 4-6, 7-5, 7-6, 6-4. In 2004, U.S. Open Women's Golf at the Orchards Golf Club, Meg Malone shot a final round 65, which is native 6, to win her second U.S. title, 2 strokes ahead of runner-up Annika Sorenstam of Sweden. Well, look at that there. Her hat matches her shirt. Pretty cool. I don't know. Anyway, 2006, Richard Branson sold Virgin Mobile to NTL for $962.4 million. Oh, so he doesn't own it anymore. Okay, well, that's not good.
What's Virgin Mobile?
It's a cellular.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, but like you know, he's the owner of Virgin Atlantic and everything. You know, all that stuff.
I wonder if Virgin Coke ever survived. Virgin's still around. He started a company, a Coke company. Cola. Virgin Coke. Everything's Virgin.
Yeah. Let's see here.
I don't know how many companies he started, but yeah.
Virgin Cola, Richard Brandon. Virgin Cola, I see. Discontinued in 2009.
Okay.
So that answers your question.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
I tell you, Virgin Atlantic, the best airline I ever flew. I don't know what it is today, but it was sure great back in the day.
I wonder why it wouldn't sell. Why wouldn't anybody out in public pop open a nice cold can of Virgin to just publicly drink? Like, yeah, I've never gotten laid. This tastes so good. I don't know. Anyway, 2006, Sri Lanka set new ODI cricket record score 4-3-9 in a World Cup win over the Netherlands in Amstelveen. Jay Surya 157, Dilshan 117. No, I don't know what the hell.
I don't even know what that is.
What did I just read?
Yeah,
it's just letters and numbers on the screen.
Not Sri Lanka out of the chute, but other than that.
No, Sri Lanka. Interestingly enough, autocorrect doesn't recognize Sri Lanka as an actual word.
Really?
Yeah, SRI.
Yeah.
It like red line wiggles it, underneath. 2009 Wimbledon women's tennis. Serena Williams defeated her older sister Venus 7-6 and 6-2 for her third Wimbledon singles title. Yeah, for a while, didn't it just come down to like those two just versing each other? I remember that was a thing.
For a very short while, but Serena was really the dominant one. The younger sister's Serena was the one that's still around today. I think she's still playing. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Serena Williams retired. Let's see here. Floats Wimbledon return disputes retirement. She hasn't played in a tournament since last year's Wimbledon.
Okay, so somewhat current anyway.
Yeah, no, this was April 7th, 2022.
Okay.
So retiring in the first round due to ankle injury. Okay. Serena Williams. She is in fact not be retiring, so she's still active.
Okay. It's a long time.
Yeah. 2010 Wimbledon men's tennis. Spaniard Rafael Nadal defeated Thomas Berger 6-3, 7-5, 6-4 for his second Wimbledon title. 2019, Egypt claimed a 3,000-year-old Tutankhamun bust was stolen and it's sold for $6 million at auction at Christie's. Oh, dang.
New York auctioneer.
2019, U.S. President Donald Trump held a Salute to America 4th of July celebration in Washington, D.C., controversial for its emphasis on the military and presence of tanks. I remember that. Like, people were making fun of it. It's like, what is this, Russia?
Yeah.
They had, like, all the tank and everything. It's like, dude, really? You had to do that?
Yeah.
2019, Russian President Vladimir Putin met with Pope Francis at the Vatican. Well, you know what? You want to know the difference between Vladimir Putin going to the Vatican versus our guy going to the Vatican?
Are you talking about Biden?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least Putin didn't, Putin in his pants, My butt's been whacked. 2021, just last year, Pope Francis underwent surgery to remove part of his colon in Rome. Why do we know this? Why do we care about Pope Francis's colon? 2021 research. I did not think I'd ever be asking that question. 2021 researchers revealed there are 14 living descendants of Italian artist Leonardo da Vinci. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
So that means that geeks and dweebs, there's hope for us. We can get laid. If he can get some action, so can we. There's hope. Anyway, before we move into births and deaths here, were there any interesting articles that happened today?
Well, other than, again,
definitely.
too much Wimbledon, but I like the little stuff. The Eiffel framing of the Statue of Liberty that you brought up. It wasn't in the content of this, but that to me is really kind of a cool deal.
Yeah, well, just think about it, though. Like, you want, like, a really big statue. You want the best, structure maker, around. And who just built a 500-foot tall fucking tower out of, steel? And
if they're working side by side with the opening of the Eiffel, then it makes sense that he'd be involved in it.
Yeah.
Providing your facts are correct.
Yeah. The Louisiana Purchase, being announced, the Declaration of Independence being declared,
Yeah. Of course, that goes without saying on the 4th.
Publicly reading, essentially what would become a tectonic movement.
Oh, yeah.
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 Like none of these are things that happen, that were discovered. These are just things that were released informationally.
Well, discovering the tectonic plates is a reasonably early discovery. That wasn't not that long ago.
1785. Well, you know what?
No, the actual discovery of tectonic plates.
Discovery of
I'm going to say somewhere around the 60s or 70s.
Discovery of tectonic. Plate tectonic theory had its beginnings in 1915 when Alfred Wegener proposed his theory of continental drift. So it is fairly recent.
Well, 1915, that's way earlier than I thought. I thought that was really recent. Maybe when they proved the theory, I don't
No. Well, he proposed that the continents plowed through crust of ocean basins, which would explain why the outlines of many coastlines like South America and Africa look like they fit together like a puzzle.
Yeah.
Because they did.
Yeah.
Pangea. So, anyway, and how about you? You know, any articles get your attention, guys? You know, leave a comment in the comment section, whatever it's called. Anyway, going on into burst, starting us off in 1804, Nathaniel Hawthorne. That's a name I recognize. An American author, House of Seven Gables, and The Scarlet Letter. He was born in Salem, Massachusetts, dying in 1864. The witch town.
I wonder if he knew any witches.
Probably. He might have been a warlock. 1807, Giuseppe Garibaldi was an Italian general and nationalist, Risorgimento, who helped unify Italy. He was born in Nice. He was the first French Empire, during the first French Empire, dying in 1882. So yeah, oh wow, he was a Frenchman and he united Italy. So
Giuseppe. A Frenchman named Giuseppe?
Giuseppe. Giuseppe Garibaldi.
Doesn't sound like a Frenchman.
No,
You know what you said?
yeah, well, he was born in Nice, first French Empire. But he might have been of Italian descent. Well, he was an Italian general.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he just moved to Italy. I don't know. He unified Italy. I wasn't there. Okay, you might have been.
I was.
Yeah. Anyway, 1826, Stephen Foster was an American composer of "Oh, Susanna" and "Swain River," born in Lawrenceville, Pennsylvania, dying in the year of 1864.
That's Swanee River.
Oh, Swanee River. I'm sorry. Why not? Why double E? Why not EY or something? Swanee.
I wasn't there.
Are you sure? 1847, James Anthony Bailey was born on this date. He was the American circus ringmaster and showman, Barnum and Bailey. Born in Detroit, Michigan, dying in 1906. Yeah, Barnum and Bailey, James Anthony Bailey. Yep. Three-ring circus. 1872, Calvin Coolidge.
Favorite president.
The Silent Cal. 30th U.S. President, Republican Party, serving from 1923 to 29. He was born in Plymouth Notch, Vermont, dying in 1933.
Yeah, he is my favorite president.
1883, Rube Goldberg. Here's a really interesting guy. A American cartoonist who made the easy, outrageously difficult Pulitzer Prize 1941. Born in San Francisco, California, dying in 1970. You ever heard of like a Rube Goldberg device? This is the guy. Yeah. You know, you have for example, go after this show, of course, search on YouTube, Family Guy breakfast machine. That's essentially a Rube Goldberg device. That's why it says he made the easy outrageously difficult.
Yeah.
You know,
take something easy and make it crazy.
Essentially, he was a one-man government.
Yeah, there you go. Same attitude as government, anyways.
Yep. 1898, Gertrude Lawrence was an English actress, Mimi, and Rembrandt, and a musical performer, born in London, dying in 1952.
I wonder if they called her Gertie.
Gertie, probably. Sturdy Gertie? I don't know. 1902, George Murphy was born on this date. He was a U.S. politician. He was a senator in California. He was an actor and a dancer as well. MGM Parade. He was born in New Haven, Connecticut, dying in 1992. That's not that far ago.
No.
Yeah, 90 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 1902 as well, we have Meyer Lansky, a Polish-born U.S. mobster known as the Mob's Accountant. He was born in Grondo, Russian Empire, dying in 1983. Ooh, look at that face.
Yeah.
Gloria Stewart was born on this date in 1910. She was an actress in Titanic. Oh, she was the old lady.
I'm trying to remember her.
The old lady, like Rose in Titanic.
I don't remember.
With Leonardo DiCaprio.
Well, I know. He is in it.
Hold on a second.
I remember her though.
Old.
Obviously, it's a long time ago since I've seen the movie. I just don't remember all the characters.
This lady.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was. She's the one that survived.
Yeah, she was
You
Rose.
didn't know. Yeah, she
Yeah.
was Rose.
Yeah.
You would have said Rose. Yeah.
I said she was old Rose.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. But yeah, she was in the... Well, who else would because she was born in 1910.
Yeah.
Titanic is fairly recent, so she'd be old.
Yeah.
There's only one old person in the whole movie. Who could it be?
But she was at the tail end. That's why I couldn't picture.
No, she was
her.
at the beginning.
She was?
Yeah, at the beginning, like they were talking with her and everything, and then they
That's
did
right.
all the
Then
flashbacks.
then they go into the story.
They go back and forth, actually.
Beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they're doing the dive and looking for it.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. She throws the thing back in the water.
Actually, like, I'm going to talk to you after the show about that. Like, there's this whole theory, and I agree with it, that Rose was just the most awful human being. Because, like, think about it. Like, they had that whole expedition to find that jewel, and she knew it, knowing that she had it with her.
Yeah.
And then she wasted all of their time and money, and then she throws it into the ocean. What a bitch.
True.
Anyway, she was a founder of the Screen Actors Guild. Oh, wow. I did not know that.
Didn't know that either.
Wow, that's impressive. Especially, like, for the fact that, there's never women representation. Bro, she founded the Screen Actors Guild.
I wonder what year it was founded then.
She was born in Santa Monica, California. Here we go. Died in 2010, unfortunately. Let's see here. Screen Actors... Founding. March... No, it's not right. Founded... No. Okay, Screen Actors Guild. Okay, but this is founded March 30th, 2012? No.
No.
It's been original...
She died in 10.
Yeah, what the hell? First Screen Actor Guild Awards, okay, 1995.
No, it goes back beyond that. Because Ronald Reagan was president of the Screen Actors Guild at one time.
When did the Screen Guild start? No. Okay, hold on a second. American Federation of Television, International Alliance, okay, no. When did the SAG start? Launched by critics lauded by critics for styles of the Screen Actors Guild Awards. No. Who was the first member of SAG? Okay, this is getting too much.
Yeah,
like, anyway, she founded it.
They call it the Screen Actors Guild right there. Yeah.
Yeah. And now it's called no, it's not called the Film Actors Guild. That's what they called it in Team America, because they called it the Film Actors Guild. And you know how, like, government organizations like to abbreviate. So what's the abbreviation of Film Actors Guild? They're making fun of it. Matt Damon. Anyway, 1926, Alfredo Di Stefano was born on this date. He was an Argentine soccer forward for the Spain 31 Caps, Argentina 6, Colombia 4, and was in the European Cup from 1956 through 60, and was in Real Madrid. Man, this guy was everywhere. And he was a manager of the European Cup Winners' Cup of 1980 Valencia. He was born in Buenos Aires, Argentina, dying in 2014. What a resume.
Got around.
Yeah. 1927, Neil Simon was a U.S. playwright. The Odd Couple, Plaza Suite in Biloxi Blues. Born in the Bronx, New York, dying in 2018. I know about The Odd Couple.
Yeah. Funny little things like that just to work out in the script. Felix Unger was the guy. He left his buddy a note, the clean Nick drove the slob crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And he put down in the note that he just abbreviated his initials, F.U.
1929, Al Davis was born on this date. He was a U.S. businessman and an NFL team owner of the Oakland Raiders. He was born in Brockton, Massachusetts, dying in 2011. George Steinbrenner was born on this date in 1930. He was a U.S. businessman and Major League Baseball team owner, specifically the New York Yankees. Born in Rocky River, Ohio, dying in 2010. Like, is that a candid shot? He looks so surprised. It's like, say cheese, bitch. Like, oh.
He looks like he's sitting there saying, I'm dead?
Huh? Oh my God. Bill Withers was born on this date in 1938. Hey, that rhymed. He was a U.S. singer-songwriter and rhythm and blues musician. Ain't No Sunshine. Ain't No Sunshine when you're gone. Is that one?
Yeah.
And then Lean on Me.
You're killing it, but yeah.
Well, I'm no singer, so
we know that.
You
just proved it.
He was born in Slab Fork. What a name, Slab Fork, really? West Virginia, dying in 2020. Well, that was recent.
Yeah.
Anyway, 1943, Gerard Michael Rivera, A U.S. news personality, 2020, and Geraldo was born in New York City, New York. Yeah, isn't he the idiot who like drew up the battle plan in the sand on live TV during
they busted him big
Operation
time for
Enduring
that, where they
Freedom
were
or something
gonna go.
like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't
Oh my
He
God.
just showed them where they were heading and going in. He didn't think it through.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
Yeah. No, he got hammered for that.
Yeah.
He's a great patriot.
1963. Actually, no. Like, wasn't there a time where he like attacked somebody verbally, like called them like an idiot or something? Or,
He's attacked a lot of people.
Dang. 1963, Henry Leconte is a French tennis player, the French Open finalist in 1988. He was born in Liliers, France. And, Post Malone. Oh, hey, interesting, Post Malone. 1995, his actual name is Austin Richard Post. He is a U.S. singer and songwriter, Stoney, born in Syracuse, New York. And moving on into the deaths, starting us off in the year 1826, John Adams, second U.S. president, serving from 1797 through 1801, died at the age of 90. That's right. Remember these two died at the same time?
Yeah.
1826 as well, Thomas Jefferson, he was the third president of the U.S., serving from 1801 through 109. He died at 83. James Monroe died on this date in 1831. Wow, all these big names. A fifth U.S. president. So now we have three presidents dying.
Yeah.
So that is weird. 1817 through 25 is the years he served.
Why did he get a mention up above?
Because he died 5 years after these two. These two died on the same year.
True.
So,
Same day.
Same day, same year.
Yeah.
And then 5 years later, James Monroe went.
Okay.
So,
True.
it would just be weird to be like, oh, by the way, 5 years later, James Monroe dies. Like, okay, you know,
on the same day.
on the same day. That would be, you know, interesting.
Yeah.
But now you're just adding facts for the sake of adding facts, you know. Anyway, he was the fifth U.S. president, serving from 1817 through 25. He died of heart failure and tuberculosis at 73. Dang.
TV.
1840, Carl Ferdinand von Graeff was no longer among the living by the end of this date in history. German surgeon who helped create modern plastic surgery died at the age of 53. Oh, dang. Plastic surgery all the way back then.
Huh.
I do remember seeing, like, you know, really old, you know, plastic surgery thing is like, because think about it, like during the First World War, all the people who, like, you know, got shit blown, like, you know, pieces of their head missing and stuff, you know, still alive, you know, and stuff, like, you know, you can live with half your jaw, you know, but you don't want to go around with this big old, you know, so, you know, you get like an apparatus.
Well, you know, the first tummy tuck he did, the cleavage on the chin, it wasn't. It was the belly button. Get a dead fan look. Oh, God. That look is priceless. The joke was lousy, but the look was priceless.
I don't even know what you said.
Tummy tuck.
Okay.
Cleft in the chin. It wasn't.
Oh.
It was a belly button.
Oh.
Tummy tuck, the belly button. And
Oh, whoops.
Chin.
I was just trying to figure out what you said. I'm just laughing because you're laughing. I'm so lost.
Oh, please move on.
I'm trying. 1934, Mary
I
Curie.
need to crack a smile.
Oh my God. Dude, look at her face. She's looking at us with a look. Why the hell are you laughing? You're in the death section.
I'm moving
you absolute
to another
monster.
table.
That's it. I'm moving to another table.
You too.
Rest in peace, Mom. 1934, Mary Curie, Polish-French scientist who discovered radium and was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize. In 1903 and then again in 1911, she died at the age of 66 due to radiation poisoning because her husband and herself, you know, were studying with radioactive material before they knew about what it did.
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah.
Mary Curie, the discoverer of, you know, radium.
Yeah.
You know, 1934 died today. So, and then just 11 years later, we use her discovery to melt two cities. you know?
Yeah.
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 Then we have Barry White. Oh, wow. Died in 2003. He was a U.S. singer. Love's Theme. He died at the age of 58. That's pretty young.
You're very young.
Dang. And that concludes the show for today. Once again, happy 4th of July. Eat some food. Blow up the sky. Where's my script? I'm just completely... My brain's just not working anymore today. Once again, you can check the underbar in the description for any links that you may be interested in. For your dose of past events daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time. For all of you and all of us, I am Mayo Xander.
Meat Cleaver.
Yeah, there we go. Finally. And you are you. And until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until then, toodles. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Happy 4th of July.